Night when Arjun arrived at his ancestral village, a place he had not visited in over a decade. The village, once filled with laughter and life, now seemed eerily silent. The trees swayed violently, their shadows dancing like ghostly figures under the dim moonlight. He pulled his coat tighter and walked towards his family's old haveli, a grand structure that had now succumbed to time's cruelty. As he stepped inside, the scent of damp wood and dust filled his nostrils. The air was heavy, and the silence unsettling. He ran his fingers over the old wooden railing of the staircase, memories flooding back. His grandmother had once told him tales of the Dayan, a witch that haunted the village, preying on those who dared to venture out alone at night. Arjun had always dismissed these stories as mere folklore, but the fear in the eyes of the villagers he had met earlier that evening made him uneasy. An old man had clutched his arm, whispering, "Leave before it's too late. She doesn't spare anyone." Shaking off the uneasy feeling, he made his way to his old bedroom. Dust covered everything, but the bed still stood sturdy. He lay down, exhaustion taking over, and soon drifted into a restless sleep. A chilling whisper woke him in the middle of the night. It was distant, yet clear. He sat up, his heart pounding. The room was engulfed in darkness, except for the faint glow of the moon seeping through the cracks of the window. Then he heard it again, a low, guttural laughter echoing through the hallway. His breath hitched as he slowly stepped out of bed. The floorboards creaked beneath his feet as he made his way to the door. Peering outside, the corridor stretched into darkness, but something was there. A shadowy figure at the far end, standing still. "Who's there?" he called out, his voice barely a whisper. The figure moved its limbs, jerking unnaturally. A long, emaciated arm reached out, fingers curling. A shiver ran down Arjun's spine as he recognized the unnerving glow of blood-red eyes. The Dayan. He stumbled backward, slamming the door shut and locking it. His breathing was ragged, his mind racing. Had it been a dream, or was the legend real? A loud knock shattered his thoughts. Boom, 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 boom. Each knock sent vibrations through the room. The door handle twisted, but the lock held. A sharp, ear-piercing scream filled the air, making him cover his ears. The walls seemed to tremble as the entity banged furiously. Then, as suddenly as it had started, the noise stopped. Silence, silence, remained frozen, his body drenched in sweat. Minutes passed, stretching into eternity. Gathering courage, he tiptoed to the door and pressed his ear against it. Nothing. He took a deep breath and slowly turned the knob. The hallway was empty. His mind screamed at him to leave the haveli, but his curiosity was stronger. He had to know the truth. Clutching a flashlight, he made his way downstairs. The flickering beam barely cut through the darkness. The atmosphere was suffocating, as if unseen eyes were watching his every move. Then he saw them footprints leading to the back of the house, barefoot, twisted, deep imprints in the dust. His pulse quickened as he followed them to the courtyard, where an old well stood. He remembered the well from childhood. His grandmother had forbidden him from going near it. The Dayan lives there, she had warned. A gust of wind blew, and the air became heavy with the scent of decay. He peered into the well. Darkness stared back at him. Then something moved. A grotesque face emerged, pale and contorted, eyes burning red. Long, bony fingers clawed at the edge, pulling the wretched form upwards. The Dayan. A strangled cry escaped Arjun's lips as he stumbled backward. The creature crawled out, its movements unnatural, its long, black hair whipping around as if alive. A wicked grin spread across its face, revealing jagged, yellowed teeth. Arjun turned and ran, his feet barely touching the ground. He sprinted through the haveli, his only thought to escape. The whispers returned, surrounding him. The walls seemed to close in as shadows flickered. He reached the main door and yanked it open. A cold hand grabbed his wrist. He screamed. The village elder's face came into view. Arjun gasped, his vision clearing. He was standing outside the well, alone. His heart pounded as he looked around. There was no Dayan, no whispers, only silence. "Leave," the elder said grimly. "You have seen what you shouldn't have." Arjun didn't argue. He ran, leaving the haunted haveli behind. As he reached his car and started the engine, he dared one last glance at the house. A pair of red eyes watched him from the window. The legend of the Dayan was not just a tale, it was a warning.